Alright folks, welcome back to your daily debrief. My name is Silver Slayer, and I'm going to show you maybe 8 or 9 different articles, the biggest news about gold and silver that's come out over the past day. This one came out yesterday. Large speculators just hit a 2-year bullish extreme in silver, and the commercials are now shifting with them. This came out today. Gold hits $4,630 as Shanghai silver soars to 72.47. This also came out today. Why silver may be the better US CPI trade than gold. This one came out yesterday. Has a new bullish wave begun with silver? This one, they're talking about how silver is a correction, not a reversal. So they're saying, this isn't just some silver going down again, and 121 was just that was just some random thing that we're never going to see. They're saying, and like I was saying, that $57 was probably the bottom, and now I think the days of 50 anything dollar silver are probably gone, and now we're going to start going from 60s back up to 70s, and so on and so forth. So it looked like I was right when I said that $57 price was the bottom of the correction from $121 on January 29th. And then we have another one. This came out today. Silver finally flips a key technical switch, but the hardest part is still ahead. We're going to cover what the hardest part is, but those are just a few of the many articles. There's way more than that. I just wanted to show you the ones that I was thinking about making a video about today, which is why you should subscribe, because I don't know if any other channels do what I do. I have many different sources, and I will just go through maybe 50 different news sources, headlines from different sites, and everything you can possibly think of that has to do with silver or would affect silver, and I try to put together like a little show and wrap it up in a video for you every single day, so you always know what's going on. I think that's very important to be it's a very important reason to be subscribed, because that's how I make my stuff. I don't just cover one little topic and call it a day. I'm making sure you guys know everything, every little nook and cranny in the world of precious metals. I do want to cover this one though. I think this is pretty interesting. Oh, and I guess we should show what. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Actually, sorry, I'm all over the place. This article is very interesting. Listen to this, and we're talking about the second part. So, gold prices soar on rate optimism and sovereign buying. A little more than reason than that, but India's import controls sap silver demand. India's silver imports are 92% down. 92%. Imports totaled 1 million ounces, down more than 92% year on year from 13.8 million ounces in July 2025, only 3% higher than the 1 million ounces in June. The collapse follows measures introduced in May when India raised its customs duty, right? India actually made it harder to import silver for some reason. Instead of making it easier like most people would want, they actually made it harder to import silver, which is very interesting, and I had some theories on why that happened, but yeah. So, of course, and they even explain it a little bit. So India raised customs duty on silver and began requiring prior government approval for import. The measures were intended to reduce precious metals imports, conserve foreign exchange, and ease pressure on the rupee. They also tightened domestic availability, with dealers reporting premiums of up to $6.50 over official domestic prices in early June despite seasonally weak demand. So yeah, they're trying to, I guess, cut back the amount of silver going into India, which I just thought that was pretty interesting, because right now everyone else is doing the exact opposite of that. So yeah, let's go into this. Make sure you subscribe. Silver is the market I keep coming back to and report, and this is large speculators that have moved to their most bullish positioning in more than 2 years, and the commercial side of the market is beginning to shift in the same direction. Now, this is important to note, the most bullish positioning in more than 2 years, because remember how many people were extremely bullish ending 2025 when we clearly saw that something crazy was happening to silver after it broke out of $50. So, of course, this is big news, right? This is people saying, okay, well, the $57 bottom is gone, and now it's looking like the rest of the rally from $121 might be starting up. It's very important to remember that wasn't just one instance. It's still going. But if something's going to go from $30 to $121, there's going to be a massive pullback. And the pullback was the $57. There has to be a bottom from the correction. The correction, I think, landed at $57. And it stood its ground 6 different times where it could have broken below that, but it didn't. It go to 56, 57, hold its ground, go back up to near 60, drop back down, and a lot of it was having to do with the straight being closed or reopened or whatever, and that was, that was its test. But it passed the test. It held its ground at 57. Now we're well up above 60, and I think it's going to keep going up. Now, I could be wrong, but a lot of people are also in agreement with me. Just like the one article said, it's not a reversal, it's a correction. And I think now it's pretty obvious that there's so much support at $56, $57 since 6 different times it didn't break below it, which means that's just more support building. Yeah, so that's just my take on it. And a lot of other people are also on the same boat. After the recent pullback in silver, that combination deserves more than a passing mention. It suggests the bullish positioning story may not be finished. The important point is not simply that one group has reached a 2-year extreme. I want to see how the different parts of the report fit together. Here, the large speculator reading gives the signal its scale, while the change among commercials adds weight to it. Taken together, they create a much stronger positioning backdrop than the large speculator figure would provide on its own. So silver's positioning is starting to line up. Oh yeah, and let me show you guys what... Oh, there's actually more articles that I didn't even show you. Let me pause the video and show you something else real quick. So here was something else that came out from Reuters yesterday. Gold climbs to 9-week high on buying momentum as inflation data looms. So we do have something coming up on Wednesday that is very important to keep our eye on. And that's why some people are saying, where was that at? Only Wednesday CPI can confirm inflation is cooling, and if it comes in soft without reviving growth fears, silver's dual identity as both monetary and industrial metal could let it outrun gold. So yeah, we gotta wait till Wednesday. So we'll find out a lot this week. Actually, there's a lot happening over the next, I think till mid-September, there's some really big stuff. Like every couple of days there's some big events happening. So yeah, we got to keep our eye out on that, and if you're subscribed, then you don't got to worry because I will be doing it for you. So now let's keep moving on though. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw everything that's going on, because silver is at let me see what the actual price is at this exact moment. It is at 65.90. So yeah, like if we just look at like the 5-day, look at this. 8.6, it was down to 61. And even saying down to 61 is crazy because we were down to $56 on 8.3. $56.83. 7 days later, it's jumped $10 in 7 days. In 7 days. Just a week. And that's not even, and that's including weekends. So in less than 7 days. So think about that, folks. Like when silver's down, like, down like where it's like scary, like 55, 56, it's like, dude, next week silver could be $10 higher. And that could be true today. Next week, silver could be $76, $75. And then think about how many months are left in the year. Like what was silver's price this time last year? I know it wasn't $65. So anyways, yeah, just sometimes it's good to remember that, kind of step back. So silver's positioning starting to line up. So there's useful historical reference in the commercial data. 2018 commercials moved net long and flagged the move before it happened. I'm not treating the present setup as a repeat of 2018 because the current evidence does not justify that conclusion. What matters is the behavior of the positioning. The commercial side is again moving into alignment while large speculators are already at a bullish extreme not seen for more than 2 years. The latest report does not tell me that the pullback has ended. It does tell me that the bullish positioning story remains present in the COT data, with large speculators and commercials beginning to line up again. This is why silver is clearly the dominant story of the week. The 2-year large speculator extreme is significant on its own, but the commercial shift is what makes me pay closer attention. The report is beginning to show agreement rather than a single isolated reading. That is the sort of development I would rather monitor as it forms than dismiss, because the recent price action has been weaker. I couldn't really say the recent price action's weaker. I mean, it's jumped $10 in just a couple of days, So yeah, we also have this story. Silver soars up to $72.47 in China. But yeah, I mean, this video is already pretty long, so I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'll probably make a second video. I'll post it probably in the morning about some other stuff, and then I might have to start posting like 2 videos a day just because there's so much I want to talk about, and I know you guys don't like those like 30-minute videos that I sometimes do. It's just a little too much. You get your daily dose, but anyways, yeah. Anyways, thanks. You've been briefed in. Thanks for tuning in to the daily debrief. My name is Silver Slayer. And I hope you guys subscribe. Anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.